Welcome to the Mac and Maj podcast. My name is Maj.
This is Mac.
This is Mac. How you been, bro?
You know how I've been, man. We spent the past 3 days together.
Yeah, we have been together. Yeah, but we'll get into that in a second. First and foremost, before we dive into the topics this week, a couple things we want to cover. First of all, our thoughts and prayers are out to everybody out in Palestine, out back home.
Palestinian people, the oppression continues.
It continues. So for those that don't know, there were clashes between, the Palestinians and Israelis. They basically exploded overnight. There was a extremist Jewish group that was, roaming the streets of the old city of Jerusalem, shouting death to Arabs. Violence broke out. The mayor of Jerusalem actually said that he wanted to restrict this protest from even happening to begin with, but was told no, which is crazy.
The stupidest shit.
So basically, they're chanting death to Arabs, and all hell broke loose. Palestinian media reported that 78 Palestinians were injured, and actually 15 of them were treated in hospitals. All types of people were getting injured: police, Palestinians, like everybody. It was just a mess. So thoughts and prayers to everybody out there.
Thoughts and prayers to everyone there. And it's just a problem, man. Like it's not gonna end. But like, why do that? Like you've been living like this for a while with none of that happening. Why go there and do that?
Yeah, and my thing is just like in Ramadan, bro. Like in
well,
Ramadan.
Maybe that's why they did it at that time.
Yeah, but it's just like, come on, like
piss on them more.
But when you're from where we're from, when we understand what we understand, we know how this goes. We know how this plays out. We know that it's going to be thoughts and prayers on the news. We know that it's going to be this, and some news outlets are going to spin it to who the villain is going to be spinned depending on their prerogatives. But I mean, yeah, you just gotta. Nothing changes, man. Nothing changes. About this topic, I'm very cynical and I'm very negative and I'm very, because to me it's just hopeless.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing they can do.
There's nothing they can do,
and it's sad.
It's not like
it's
here
terrible.
if you're upset with like whatever, police killing someone, and then you just go take it up and have this huge freaking motion of of change and things like that
and everything like that.
You can't do that shit over there.
No, you can't. You'll get killed. So I mean. Honestly, thoughts and prayers to all my family out there.
Yes.
All the friends out there. I hope you guys stay safe. All Palestinians in general. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope there's just peace between everybody.
Not likely,
and everybody gets the solution they want. But I mean, obviously, we've been doing this for a while.
Yes.
We've been doing this for a while.
Part of our life for the life.
Yeah. I mean, this has been part of our lives since we were born, just knowing about the hopelessness of the situation. But thoughts and prayers to everybody out there. So that's one. Two, we got Derek Chauvin.
Yeah.
Got him up out of here. So he got charged with 2nd-degree murder, 3rd-degree murder, and I think 2nd-degree manslaughter.
Yes. All guilty.
All guilty.
By the jury.
Yeah, so sentencing isn't until June, I think.
Yeah, it's 8 weeks away.
Okay, so that's when they're going to... Sentencing and... So being found guilty and sentencing are two different things.
Like you get... Like they tell you, all right, you're guilty based on the jury, blah, blah, blah. And then the judge goes back and evaluates and does a lot of things.
Yeah.
And paperwork and all that stuff. Takes that 8 weeks. And then they come back and then the judge tells, Derek Chauvin how long he's going to serve.
Yeah. I hope he dies in jail.
Really?
I hope he dies
till the end.
I hope he dies in jail. Look at the mess this dude caused.
He caused a big mess.
This dude caused a mess.
Do you know what pisses me off the most? Like, when he was sitting there, like when the jury came back into the courtroom, when the judge was saying, "All right, count one, blah blah blah, guilty," no reaction. Second one, guilty, no reaction. Third one, guilty, no reaction. Like and then at the end of it, he just stood up, put his hands behind his back, and they took him. It's like he knew.
He had his lawyer's number on his hand. Did you see that when he was walking out? He was like penned his lawyer's number on his hand to call him. I mean, he was probably upset because all his booty cheeks that are about to get explored. And
I don't know if anyone doesn't know, but Derek Chauvin is the one who put the knee on George Floyd.
Yeah, for 9 minutes.
Caused this.
They're investigating him in 2017. Yeah, so in 2017, they're investigating him for doing something to an African-American teenager same type of deal. I think it was 17 minutes. That
Are you serious?
yeah, something like that, like something crazy.
Did he die?
I don't think he died, but I'm not 100% sure. But they're looking into that investigation too. So that's just gonna pile on. I hope he dies under the jail. I hope they bury him under a jail. Like I really
He caused a mess.
this
past
dude
year.
caused a mess. Like he was the feather that broke the camel's back, which to me is necessary because at the end of the day, people were sick and tired of what was going on. But he's the one that caused all of this, and the lack of accountability and the divide of this nation only grew because of the dumb shit that he did.
Yep.
So
It was just a problem, and the other 3 police officers, they're I don't know if they got convicted already, like meaning guilty.
yeah, I'm not sure.
But that's happening very soon.
I'm not sure.
So-
I didn't really to be honest
Nothing
with you.
official,
Like they were bystanders in the situation, so to me, they need to be held accountable too. Like come on, you know what?
They aided.
I'm gonna
in
get fussy if we, I'm gonna get fussy if we start talking.
Fussy.
I'm gonna get okay. All right. So Derek Chauvin can kiss my ass.
Seriously.
Thoughts and prayers to Palestine. So other than that, diving into our actual topics, Mac and I just had a hell of a weekend.
We had an insane. I'm still tired.
I'm so exhausted. So what had happened was
What day is it?
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Yeah. So what had happened is Mac's wife and kid were traveling to Jordan. Okay.
Yes.
And it's easier for them. It's the first time that his son ever boards a flight. His son's not even 6 months old.
Nope.
So it would be easier for them to take a direct flight. So unfortunately,
The only
because
direct
Jordan
flight.
is like a fifth world country, they're the only direct flights to Jordan the closest direct flight to Jordan comes out of JFK in New York. So Mac hits me up and he says, "Yo, we got to go to JFK to drop off my wife and kid."
He goes like, "We."
I said, "Who's we? What does we mean?"
I was like, "It's me and you, buddy."
So me, Mac, and our intern,
Our cameraman. Intern.
our cameraman intern, basically drove to New York yesterday. We left on Saturday at about 1:40. We got to JFK at about 7:00.
Yes.
Okay. So we get to JFK at 7:00.
The amount of traffic.
The amount of traffic was disgusting. We do what we need to do, but then we say, "Hey, we're in New York.
We're in New York, bro. Like one of the greatest cities in the world.
One of the greatest cities in the world. So what do? We get some content.
Yes.
So what we did was we decided that we wanted to get some food reviews in.
Yes.
So and by means, but when I say some, I mean all. Like, so,
But because we know how much you guys liked the chicken sandwich review that we did a while back, we decided to get you another one that's a little bit like
not
a
another
step up.
one. We got two.
We got two. We did 2 in New York. Do you want to just tell them?
Yeah, we could tell them. So Mac and I were roaming the streets of New York, and we decided that, hey, we're gonna review these 2 things, right? And by the way, this is all under 24 hours.
Literally.
Okay, so we reviewed 5 New York pizza places. Okay, ranked them out of 10 and did the whole spiel.
And we found the best pizza place.
found the best pizza place.
You'll hear about
And
it.
we found the best pizza place, and there was no dispute. Like, me and him both agreed that was the best pizza place. In fact, you're gonna see how closely we agreed when you see the scoring.
When you see the video,
Yeah.
when you see the review, you'll know.
So there's that one. That one's gonna come soon. I'm not sure when, but it's coming soon. We got bagels too. New York City bagels. We did 3 bagel spots. 3?
We did 3.
3 bagel spots. So essentially we had 5 pizzas, 3 bagels, like in like 12 hours, because we started our review at
11, bro.
11 and
11 p.m.
11 p.m. Or like about right before 11 p.m.
Yeah, and then we finished at around like 2.
And by the way, that's when I broke my fast. Just FYI, that's when I drank water, but that's the first thing I ate because we were scrambling. We got to the airport at 7:00. Then from the airport, for those that know JFK, the airport's in Queens. We were staying in Midtown in Manhattan, so
Times Square.
In Times Square. So then we drove all the way to Times Square. That's an hour.
All the way. That's another hour, and then the whole hotel.
The hotel situation was awful. So we get to the hotel, right? So So we get to the hotel.
I just remembered.
You just
what
remembered
happened?
that entire situation.
Completely
This is
forgot
why
about
I
it.
hate traveling with Mac, because everything goes wrong. Okay, we get to the hotel. The first red flag. Mac texts me. Me and our intern are in the car still. Okay,
Yeah.
because Mac wants to go check in. And you know, we were 3 people in a 2-person room. You know, we got 2 twin beds, but you know, it's fine.
Yes.
So Mac goes. He goes check in, and he texts me. He's like, "Yo, there's a problem." I was like, "What do you mean there's a problem? We're in New York. There can't be problems. Like there's a problem."
And there's no time. Like it's 10:30.
So so explain to them.
So this is what happened. I went in, and their service is just shit. Their service is just terrible. And Maj will tell you why later. Another reason.
Oh
why.
God, it was awful.
Anyway, I go up to the counter. I go like, "Hey, yeah, you know, MAJ, like find the reservation." She goes like, "I don't see one." I'm like, "No, you'll see one.
Yeah,
Just do it.
I got
now."
it.
And she was like, "No, oh, I see you canceled." I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "I did not cancel shit. I'm here. I'm right here."
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "No, sir. Look, you canceled because you declined because your card, you took out your card." I was like, "No, bitch, I added it," and I showed her, and I even showed her that my card was accepted, and you guys got it, and it's all good. She's like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you. You didn't." She's like, "Let me go talk to my manager." She goes in the back, talks to her manager, and immediately what I do, because I know what's gonna happen next. This happened to me before.
Sorry, sir, we don't have any rooms available.
Yeah, I know what's gonna happen next. So immediately I open booking.com and I find rooms. I was like, all right, there is rooms. We're good. She comes back. She goes like, well, there's nothing I can do. I was like, all right, can you book me another room? She goes like, I'm sorry, we're fully booked. I'm like, are you stupid? Look. I was like, right here. She's like, if you find it, you can book it. I'm like, are you stupid? Like, how stupid are you?
And you found it.
I found it and I booked it.
And it was cheaper than the original booking.
It was cheaper than the original booking. I booked it. I was like, all right, it's booked. Do it.
Okay. So let's carry on from this story.
I was so pissed off.
So let's carry on from this story. So this place had parking. So the parking was about a block and a half away. So we, like dumbasses, drove to park the car and we realized, oh shit, all of our bags are still here. We're like, wait.
Why didn't we just take it up?
Why didn't we just take the bags up? Nope, all of our bags were still there. So we had to, through Times Square, carry 2. I had a backpack and a big ass duffel bag.
A bunch of shit.
Because it had our camera equipment.
And camera equipment and lighting and everything. We were just like walking like this.
Yeah. So
people thought we were filming movies.
And here, people were staring at us. Oh my God, it was hilarious. But so you know, we're carrying shit through Times Square. I look insane, like, because we've been in the car for so long. I haven't eaten. We get to the room, right? So we get to the room, and I open the door, okay, and I look at the room, and I'm like, Mac, is that a king size bed?
I was like, don't worry about it.
I'm like, Mac, is that a king size bed? What happened to the 2 twins? And he was like, don't worry about it. I was like, no, I'm worried because I'm not trying to sleep with you in Ramadan. Like, I feel like that's against the whole premise. So, okay, after we mentally came to the comfort level to where, okay, me and Mac are definitely sleeping on the same bed. It's going to be okay.
But it's a big bed.
It's a big bed, and we're comfortable with our masculinity.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
everyone, everyone was on the, like, each side.
Yeah, and the intern was asleep on the floor.
He was on the floor. He was okay.
so we do our reviews. We're reviewing all types of places, and you know, it was
fun, bro. The reviewing and the eating.
We're walking, we're Ubering. We ate and we had Adil's food cart too for no reason because we were full.
What time was that? Was that like 3?
Okay, so that was at 3 in the morning, like after everything. No, like 2:30 in the morning after everything. We get back to the hotel, right? We get back to the hotel and we are tired as hell. It's like 3:30 in the morning because we walked, we did everything. It's like 3:30 in the morning. We get set up for bed. We're good to go. 4 in the morning. I'm on my side of the bed, okay, and
lights out,
everything. Like we're about to go to sleep, and something hits me in the face. So I'm like, what the hell just happened? I was like, is that water? What is that? So I was like, Mac, that's not funny. And he was like,
what, bro? I'm dead asleep. He was like, Max, stop. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not doing shit. I want to sleep. Stop.
Yeah. And I was like,
I thought he was playing a game.
And I looked at the intern. I said, intern, are you spraying water at me? What's going on? And intern was like,
he didn't even reply.
He was just like, yeah, intern.
And then we turned the lights on.
So we turned the lights on, and I looked up.
We look up. And there's a freaking leak.
There's a leak, and it's leaking like I can't even explain it. Like you could see like the crack in the ceiling start to grow exponentially.
I've never seen a leak that comes just from the wall.
It came from the
ceiling.
It came from the ceiling.
Usually it comes like from either the light,
but it came from their bathroom.
Yeah, I get that. But like,
so I got doodoo juice all over my face. So the crack is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we call and we're like, "Yo, there's a crack in the room."
No, this is what Maj does immediately. He gets up, he's like, "Everyone, take your shit away from this place."
yeah. Because to me, the crack was getting so big. I was like,
and the water kept coming, and it
was coming.
The flow was big.
It was a big flow. It was a big flow, and I was like, okay, I don't know much about plumbing, but I feel like if there was ever a shot for a toilet to just collapse through a ceiling, it's today.
It's that.
So I was like, everybody pack your shit. Just everyone pack your shit. So we called front desk. We're like, yo, front desk, this is happening, whatever. They send some guy.
No, because they think that, like their customers, their guests like over exaggerate
they're
situation.
Dramatic, right?
All right, we'll send someone up. This guy comes, I open the door. He comes in, he looks up, he goes like, "Yeah, tell them you need a new room immediately." Like immediately.
This is at 4 a.m.
He didn't do shit.
4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, he didn't do shit. He just came in, he looked up, he's like, "Yep, tell them you need another room."
It's one of those. And you could tell this has happened before because the ceiling was patched and everything.
It was patched.
So they get us a new room, and the new room, also king bed.
Yeah,
which feels like a wasted opportunity.
But it was at the 38th floor.
It was at the 38th floor. But yeah, so now we're comfortable and everything. But what you guys need to understand, by the time we get to bed, it's 5 a.m. All the eating that we did, we had to wake up at 8 a.m.
For the next morning.
The next morning.
We didn't sleep.
So we didn't sleep. We slept like 3 hours and we're eating. I woke up and I was still full.
So this was the plan. The plan was to leave New York at like 1. Mm-hmm. But then we were like, yo, we want to do some hookah.
Yeah, we wanted to smoke some hookah. So we call this hookah place in Patterson. For those that don't know Patterson is essentially like Palestine. Like
Palestine in America.
Like literally it's like you feel like you are in Arab country when you're there. Like Arab signs everywhere, whatever, the entire city.
This is how Arab it is. This is how Palestinian it is. I went to put gas in my car. I went through and immediately, in New Jersey, they come to the window.
Yeah.
He came to the window. He started just talking in Arabic.
Yeah. He's like essentially was like, what do you guys want? Like whatever in Arabic.
Arabic.
He didn't even think. Like you look at this guy and he's like, I didn't even think to speak to you in English.
Yeah, and it's night, so how do you even know if I'm Arab or not?
Yeah. So it's Arab as hell. So we go there, we eat some good food, we smoke some hookah, some amazing hookah.
And
shout out Darna.
Shout out Darna.
And now it's 10:30. Great hookah. Amazing hookah.
Amazing.
Now it's 10:30.
It's 10:30, and Maj is just like.
and Mac was like, "You need to take a shift driving." I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a shift, bro. Don't even worry about it."
And as he says that, he's yawning.
I was asleep. So we got home. So we drove. We got home.
No. Wait.
Oh, we saw the craziest shit in the world.
We saw the craziest shit. All right. So we're walking. This is in the beginning. We're still in New Jersey. I'm driving. Maj, cameraman, they're like almost dead asleep. I'm driving, and do you know those little like race cars,
like it was a Subaru.
A Subaru race.
It was a souped up Subaru.
Souped up Subaru.
Okay.
On the back window, it says Black Market. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm driving, and then I come around next to him, and sometimes you look.
Okay. Don't say what you saw yet. Let me explain what happened.
I look, and I go like,
what the hell is going on? So
immediately I start slapping.
So he's hitting me. He's like, and he's laughing his ass off. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? He was like, look at this car. And Max starts speeding. He's like, dude, because he sped too.
No, I didn't care about getting a ticket.
No,
you like, had to see it.
So
I was driving like 100.
So I'm awake now. Intern's awake now. So I'm like, what could be going on with this car? So I look at the car and I'm looking at the back windshield.
Yeah, because I'm driving like behind him.
Yeah, he's right behind it. I'm looking at the back windshield and I'm like, Black Market. And then I look and I see, so like the car is like right here.
You look through the window.
I look through the window. I see a head on the right. But I don't see a head on the left. So I'm like, okay, maybe the passenger is just short. I look closer.
Maybe the driver is short, you mean?
Or the driver's short. I look closer. I was like, well, golly. I'll be damned. It looks like it's nobody driving that car.
It looks like no one's driving that car.
It looked like no one was driving that car.
No one was driving that car.
Like this dude was just like in
But
the passenger
I
seat.
knew what was going on. They still didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But I didn't say anything. I was like, you're going to see it.
But before we even saw it, I started to put two and two together. Because I was like, yeah, I guess no one's driving the car. I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
I sped. Man, my car went past the Subaru. I went right next to him. And then everyone just like looks. And they see it.
And he's driving on the right side of his car.
He's driving the steering wheel and the dash. So when we look, the steering wheel and the dash are on the right side of the car.
Yes.
Like it's closer to me.
Yeah. So we're seeing this guy drive on the right side. I was like, is he British? Like, what's going on? Like, so we saw that.
That's not even legal.
No, it's not legal. That's why I said black market on the back.
Okay, but it's so easy for a cop. If I saw it, a cop can see it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so that happened. We get home at around 2:30. The intern was like, you know what? When we get back, I'm going to go home. Like, I was like, okay. So as soon as we get back, he's like, so which bed am I sleeping in?
Was
Okay,
it 2:30? No, we got here at 3.
Or 3. Yeah, we got here at 3.
Man.
So
That was good.
That was
It was
the
a
New
great
York
trip.
trip. Little recap. So when we were in New York, we saw some crazy shit with Apple.
Bro,
So-
can I say this? Because when I drove, when we were walking, like no one acknowledged it, but the intern said something hilarious. He's like, that looks like the Mario thing that you jump into.
Yeah, there was like literally like
What the heck?
there was like a portal to the Apple store. in like
It was a portal.
it was literally a portal to the Apple Store. Apple Store is huge. There's a huge Apple Store in Grand Central Station.
You just see Apple, the logo, and then
a portal.
this portal, and there's no store.
It's like, you know when you beat a Mario level and you just go and then just like but Apple made a few announcements. So we got a few
Apple,
things.
man. Apple did it.
We got an updated iMac, right?
I liked it.
It's got 7 colors, I think, right? 7 colors, and then it's updated with the M1 chip. M1 chip is Apple proprietary processor, right? That they're using to
That's doing like insane shit with Apple products.
Yeah, mine MacBook right now has an M1 chip.
Oh, you have the M1?
I have the M1. It's
Nice.
fast as hell.
I don't
like
have
it.
M1.
So basically, the M1 is there to replace Intel processors. They're
Yes.
trying to have everything in house, which is great for their margins.
Man, how bad is that going to affect Intel?
I mean, it's a hit.
It's a big hit.
It's a hit. Yeah, it's a hit. I mean, because that was the thing. It's like MacBook had to use it, but now they don't. So it's a processor that's like completely manufactured, made by Apple.
Wow, I didn't even think of that. But yeah, they have the M1 chip in the iMac
In 7 colors.
in 7 colors. And to be honest, I didn't really like them.
I wasn't a huge fan of the colors.
I like that it was thin. It's
Yeah.
really thin. The new iMac is really thin. It's like the desktop.
The colors were weird though.
Colors were weird.
The colors look like a orange sherbet, like
yeah,
those
It's like ice cream sundae.
yeah. So I wasn't a fan of the
But
colors.
I like the silver color, obviously, because it's that standard.
So then you have the iPad.
Then you have the iPad Pro and the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch, and they did pretty well with those too.
Yeah,
They didn't really change the look of it. The look is the same, but iPads have the M1 chip now.
Yep.
So very powerful, and I think very soon something's gonna happen where you're gonna start being able to use your Mac OS like software with iPad OS very soon.
Yeah,
they're gonna
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're gonna announce iPad OS 15 very soon, and that's gonna be insane. Just look out for that.
Okay.
Something's gonna happen.
So and then the final thing are the Apple AirTags.
Apple AirTags.
So the Apple AirTags are essentially a location device similar to a tile. So what sets it apart from the tile to me is, first of all, it's an Apple product. It's integrated seamlessly with your Apple phone.
Yep.
Right. So in the reviews that I've seen, they're much more accurate when it comes to distance.
Very accurate.
Another thing that's amazing is that on your tile, you can add a message on it with your number. So say you lose, on your AirTag. Yeah, you could add a message with your number on it. Say you lose it, someone's able to find you.
Yeah, all you do is you just put your phone against it, and then it'll tell you, oh, this is, Maj's AirTag, whatever. Call him at this number.
It has this technology that like lets you know if someone's following you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some crazy stuff like that.
Oh, shoot. That's insane.
Yeah. So some crazy stuff like
But they
that.
have nice attachments to it.
Yeah, you can
you see
attach
those
it to your
little
keys, like
keychains?
little loops. So I think it retails for $29, and you could get a pack of 4 for $100.
Bro, Apple just knows how to do it in terms of design. Like, really. And another thing that not a lot of people...
and the battery is changeable.
Yes, I was just going to say that. The battery is changeable, but tiles is not.
No, tiles is now.
It is now?
It's been, the tile that I have is, but when tile first came out, it wasn't. You had to buy a new tile.
Yeah, so that's... Yeah. I just thought that was pretty cool. It's a normal battery that's not like anyone can't get. Because, you know, sometimes Apple does stupid shit. Like, you can't... Like, no one else sells it in the world. Like, you have to buy it from Apple.
Yeah.
Hey, I can buy a battery from somewhere.
It's a lithium battery, right?
It's, the little round
lithium batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm super impressed with what Apple has been doing of late.
Can I tell you what I'm thinking of doing? This is something I've been waiting to tell you until this podcast. I'm thinking of getting the 12-inch iPad and not having a laptop.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, but you have a laptop. What are you going to do with it?
I'll exchange it.
No, bro. Don't do all of that.
Why?
Don't do all of that. You already have an iPad.
I'll exchange it.
Yeah, but like why?
I don't know. I feel like it's cool.
It's cool, but I feel like everyone needs a laptop.
But that is a laptop. Do you know what I did in the past week? I did not use my laptop. I only used the iPad.
Can I be truthful with you?
Yes.
I hate the iPad.
What?
I think the iPad is a piece of shit.
What?
I don't like it. I don't like the iPad at all.
Why?
I just don't like it.
It's just so convenient.
Not for me.
Why?
So first of all,
you hit me like right here.
I don't feel like I could get work done on an iPad. Like that little danky ass keyboard. Like I just don't like it.
Because you didn't use the big one. That's what I'm saying.
I know I've used the big one.
If I'm gonna exchange my laptop for it, I'm gonna get it's this.
No, I don't like it.
But it's this.
I told you.
I understand, but
it's kind of like the
right
concept of a Surface Pro, right? That's the same concept. It's because they want to run the OS on it.
Yes.
You're gonna have a keyboard. I don't like that. I don't like it, and I don't use that shit a lot. Like I don't use I don't. What do I mean? What am I using this for?
I use it
for what?
I use it like anytime I'm doing something on my laptop. If I'm going out, I'd rather have my iPad than my laptop. It's more compact.
I don't like it. Maybe I'm just old.
I know you do. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'm just like old in the brain. But to me, like I've had iPads and I just haven't used them because I think they're useless.
Yeah, because you have an Apple. That's what I'm saying. You have a laptop and thing.
Yeah,
you don't know how to seamlessly use them.
Exactly.
Altogether.
I have a MacBook and I have a phone. My iPad, like what am I using for? All my apps, like games, whatever social media is on my phone. What the hell do I look like? Going on Instagram like this? Like what is?
No. I get what you're saying. I understand that.
So there's that, and then for me, it's a more seamless user experience to use, because I like, why I like the laptop? It comes with a keyboard and a mouse. Okay, so I can just use it.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is it makes sense. That one is just convertible.
It's on the go. It's like it's like the Nintendo Switch.
Exactly.
But I'm a PS5 guy. I'm old school.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah. So
but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I know you're gonna do it.
You know?
I know. So another thing that we need to cover, very, very, very important.
I just want to talk about
very, very, very important.
I just want to talk about it.
Is the Super League.
Yes.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know what the Super League is, the Super League.
But wait, should we take a break and then we'll talk about it?
No, we could give a quick intro and then we'll take a break.
All right, give me the intro.
So the Super League is a league that was created by the 12 founding clubs, the wealthiest clubs in Europe. Apart from PSG and the German clubs. So you have 6 clubs from England, you had 3 clubs from Italy, 3 clubs from Spain. Those clubs are, the 3 from Spain are Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. The 3 from Italy are Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus. And then the 6 from England are United, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Tottenham. So it was created and it went to shit very, very, very quickly.
Bro, I didn't even... all I heard was it's created and then immediately it was went to shit. What?
Yeah,
when did that happen?
And I'm happy it did, but that's a brief intro. We're going to talk about our feelings about that league and, how it kind of went to shit so quickly.
Stay tuned.
But first we want to take a quick break and get maybe a little nap in. No, okay. Let's take a quick break and then we'll pick up where we left off.
Sounds good. Go.
All right. So let's talk about the Super League. So,
this topic.
It's tough. So essentially, this is how the chain of events played out. And the chain of events played out very quickly. So at first, there was an announcement of the Super League. Okay?
Who announced it?
Was
it a team or just a bunch of people?
It's just a bunch of people. If you have a Twitter, follow Fabrizio Romano. He is like the sports insider for soccer. He
Really?
gets all the news before anybody, right? But so I saw it from Fabrizio Romano. He was like, the rumored Super League is happening. This has been rumored for a very long time.
But so okay, yeah, keep going.
So this has been rumored for a very long time. So essentially, like I said, it started with those 12 founding teams. They reached out to German teams. They reached out to PSG. PSG's owner is the Qatari owner.
Yeah.
He is actually good friends with one of the UEFA executives. So he was like, no, off the bat. He was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Crap.
Like, I'm not doing that at all. So the 12 founding teams started. So what is the Super League? What was it supposed to be? Okay. Mm-hmm. The purpose of the Super League was essentially for these rich teams to always guarantee a competitions where they play against high-level competition and not have to worry about qualification, not have to worry about seeding. They just always play each other. It would come midweek and pretty much replace the Champions League.
Okay.
So these teams would probably not participate in the Champions League. Okay.
So the Champions League will just go to die.
And, so as a result, the Champions League would be missing Europe's top teams.
Which will not be interesting anymore.
So the Champions League is now
Nothing.
It's poop. it's like what is this, right?
Yeah.
So the purpose was for them. They're money hungry, and not just money hungry. They're hurt for money. Like for those of you that don't know.
So what's the purpose of doing it?
So the purpose of doing it is, first of all, each team was going to get about 428 million, I think, or something like that. 428 million just for joining. The winnings of this league are much higher, double than the winnings, apparently, from what I heard. So say you win the Premier League, both the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Champions League, double that. That's what you get if you win the Super League.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was financially lucrative. These teams were going to get a lot of money. There were offers of 3.5 billion for media deals. Like, it was crazy. So these clubs are hurting for money, these big clubs. And the reason why is because their overhead, right? Everyone's like, oh, you're rich, you could afford it. Well, their overhead is a lot because they relied on operating expenses to take care of a lot of their overhead.
And a lot of
operating income.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people not watching games right now.
There's a lot of people not watching games. There's no fans in the stadiums. The players are still getting $300,000 euros a week. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so of course they're going to be hurting for money. And Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, was going to be the executive chairman of this league. He is the spokesman of this league. So immediately I was like, this is some bullshit. Like, I know this guy. But here's the beef that people had.
The people.
So let's start with the people, and then we'll go to FIFA and UEFA.
Okay.
So actually, you know what? Let's do the opposite because they're kind of intertwined.
All right.
So FIFA and UEFA, why was there a beef?
Well, because they didn't want to take the business from them.
It's taking business from them. UEFA is backed by FIFA, right? So when FIFA heard the best teams in the world are no longer going to be participating in the Champions League, they're like, hold on. You guys aren't going to just kill the Champions League. A lot of people are like, FIFA did this out of the kindness of their heart because they want to protect football. FIFA doesn't give a shit about football. They give a shit about money. You're going to take money out of UEFA's pocket.
Yeah.
Because it's that simple, right? So they're like, nope. If you do this, you will not be able to participate in the Champions League, not just moving forward, but this year as well. Okay?
Just stop.
Done. So, like, the Champions League has 3 teams of the 4 remaining teams were in the Super League. So PSG would have just won. If, like...
Oh.
So, you're not allowed to participate in that. You're not allowed to participate in the Europa League. You won't be allowed to participate in your domestic league. So United and
couldn't play the
Premier League, for example. And your players will not be able to represent their national teams in competitions like the World Cup and the Euro and everything like that. So
what?
Yeah, that was just like. So as soon as I read that, that's when I was like, okay, shit's probably gonna be okay. Like, the Super League is definitely not gonna get formed. So that's one aspect of it.
Because they're so powerful.
They're so powerful. That's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is the people. The people, so for the West Ham fan, like, or the Crystal Palace fan, those opportunities to play these big clubs is what gets them money.
Yes.
Those opportunities to qualify for the Champions League is what
and
they
Real
play
Madrid
the
comes
sport
over.
for. Like, soccer is very different than the NFL and the NBA. Soccer is still an art form. Mm-hmm. It's not a business, like, it's not completely business oriented yet. And a lot of these owners they're just out of touch. Like, the owner of Liverpool, he's an American. His name is like John something. One time he was watching the game. He was like, which one are we? Like, the Glazers, the owner of United, they're dumb. Like Chelsea is owned by Roman Abramovich. He's Russian, but the guy that runs the actual club is an American, right?
Shit.
So they're trying to bring American shit into a beautiful game. They're trying to bring capitalism to football, to soccer.
So let me just ask a question, and this is a question not just for Maj, for everyone. If there wasn't all this beef and they banned them from blah blah blah, would you like to see the Super League?
No,
Why not?
because they wouldn't be able to participate in the Champions
No.
League.
I'm saying if that.
No, but they wouldn't. No, it's not that they got banned. Like, that's not just it. Like, they wouldn't be able to do it.
to play both.
Yeah, because they're playing midweek, same as Champions League.
Oh, they wouldn't be able to.
They wouldn't.
Play
They just wouldn't be able.
Oh,
to.
so they wanted not to play Champions League.
And that's screwed because they quote unquote were saying, oh, there needs to be more transparency. I don't know how much these Champions League people make. It's like, dude, shut up. But to me, it hurts the small clubs. It really, really hurts the small clubs a lot. And what you'll see is now the best players are now going to want to go immediately to those Super League teams. They don't want to have anything to do with Leicester City. It'll kill the league. It'll kill these leagues.
Yeah.
It'll murder them.
Yeah. No, I get it. But I just thought, like, insane. Imagine just seeing, like, for me, just
as a spectator, it's amazing.
Oh yeah. Like
as a spectator, I won't.
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like,
but it would be nice to watch them all.
Yeah, it'll be freaking every single week a Clasico.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is like you can't take soccer is still it's called the beautiful game. The reason why it's called the beautiful game is because for the most part, like people, it's an art form. Yeah. It's not people don't think of it as like a sport or like selling, like we don't think about it as like selling jerseys and paying $1,000 to get a bag of peanuts, like at the game. Like, no, it's just pure passion.
Soccer is a different game.
Yeah, it's
all aspects.
It's completely different. Yeah. It's the most global game in the entire world. And what bothers me is that these small clubs are what make soccer. Mm-hmm. When Real Madrid wins the league, Barcelona wins the league, okay, they won it. When United wins the league, City wins the league, Liverpool, okay, they won it.
But when Leicester City
wins the league, you're like, oh my God.
What the heck's happening?
And that's what the game is about.
Yeah.
The game isn't about these big guys, even though that's who we support. The game is about the little guy being able to make it.
Yeah. And there's a lot, look, on soccer, I feel like there's more, like when you watch basketball, you give a shit who the coach is. Honestly, no. In soccer, you do. Like
you care, but like
it's not that big of a deal.
It's not the same thing because the coaches, they
make the coaches in soccer like a huge deal.
Yeah, because the coaches are like essentially not just coaches, but they're the equivalent of like sometimes GMs too.
Yeah, because they do so much. Yeah, and they have to like manage so many players. And they're
icons. A lot of them are icons.
Yeah, exactly.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the coach of United, was a United icon. He was a United legend, right? Zidane was a Real Madrid legend. Real Madrid, yeah, like a legend. Yeah.
That's why it's so. Everything in like FIFA, I mean soccer in general, is insane.
It's just a beautiful sport. So essentially, what happened after all of these, threats from FIFA and UEFA, and then the response of like all of the team's fans, because this is what happens when owners are completely out of touch with fans in the actual game. These owners know nothing about soccer. They don't know nothing about the fans.
There's a disconnect.
There's a huge disconnect. Like, let me give you the equivalent to what soccer owners should be. Mark Cuban is the equivalent to what soccer owners should be.
Yes.
It's guys that are at every single game. Steve Ballmer, guys are at every single game.
And knows every single player.
They know every single player.
Knows how to play the game.
Yeah. They've taken care of their play. Like, that's what these owners are supposed to be.
Yes, I agree. That's a model like owner.
Yeah. They're treating soccer like it's an investment. But anyway, all the English teams pulled out. All 6 of the English teams pulled out. They're like, you know what, bro?
Not worth it. But who's still like pushing for it? Is there anyone or no?
There's the Spanish teams are still. Barcelona announced the other day that they're still in it. Perez said Real Madrid's not leaving. I think Atletico is still in, but Italy and England, all 9 of those teams are now out. And they were going to.
Why are the other ones still in it? You're done. What are you going to play 3 games?
I have no idea.
A year?
I have no idea. I literally don't know. Like bro, you lost. It's okay. It's fine. We all lose. It's okay.
But you know what I heard now? Champions League. I don't know if this was a thing before or did it happen as a result of the
So the Champions League met almost right before this whole Super League thing because they were going to change the rules.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Were they changing it because
it wasn't in response?
Because that adds 100 games a year.
They were going to have a meeting, like, anyway. And then the Super League shit happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a meeting scheduled anyway.
So they were already doing new shit to Champions League before this whole Super League.
And in the new like, so the Champions League, they understood that they needed to reform what they were doing. So
so you're saying they knew that even before this whole Super League shit.
They did, and let me tell you why. Because Champions League is the same as these other leagues. Is they're all about money, right? So they need to figure out how we're going to get money. So look, UEFA has given the green light for 36 teams, 36 team Champions League reform, which will include a single league format to replace the group stage. So instead of group stage, it is now a league format.
Okay.
Okay. So European football.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I'll tell you. So the changes happened amidst this whole thing. But what does this actually mean? So the new CL format, traditionally, what you have is it was like group stages. Everyone, there would be groups, and then after the groups, there's the next round. There's 8 groups. 2 teams come from every group.
Yep. And then you
round
have
of
the
16, quarterfinal, semifinal, final.
Yep.
So now it's a single league, right? Each team will play a total of 10 games, okay? Home and away. And
like the NBA shit?
And the top 8 records are immediately qualified.
So literally NBA.
So the top 8 are qualified. And then they qualified for the last 16. Then those finishing between 9th and 24th complete in 2-leg playoffs to decide who makes the knockout stage.
No way.
Yeah.
That was like NFL.
It's actually really interesting. And then the teams that finish lower than 24th will exit the European competition completely. Then the last 16, it's the same format. 16, 8, 4.
Nice. I actually like that.
I like that a lot.
I love that.
I like that a lot. Because that gives us more Champions League games, one.
And it's a mix of a lot of different other teams. You don't have to be stuck to your group.
Yeah. Yeah, so I like that. I like the response. And, you know, it reminds me of the play-in NBA. You don't know what that is yet, right?
The what?
The play-ins.
No, see, you told me about this. I'm waiting. I need you to explain to me what. Because when did this happen, bro?
So
I'm really pissed that I don't know this.
The play-in tournament was... So for those of you that don't know what the play-in tournament is...
In NBA.
The play-in tournament in the NBA basically started because in the bubble, they had a bunch of teams in the bubble.
So this happened during COVID in the bubble.
During COVID.
I wasn't even watching.
And what is the NBA playoff structure? You have the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. The top 8 teams
from each
conference go. One, like first place plays 8th, second place 7th, third place 6th, and so on and so forth.
East-West.
East-West. Now it's different. Now, if you're the 7th seed and the 8th seed, you're not guaranteed to go to the playoffs.
The 7th and 8th?
You're not guaranteed. So now there's a play-in tournament. What happens is, and I hate it so much. You have a bracket. So whoever's in 9th place and 10th place before the playoffs play each other. Whoever's in 7th place and 8th place play each other. The winner of each one, so 9th and 10th place game and 7th and 8th place game, then play each other, and whoever wins goes to the 8th seed, and whoever loses goes to the 7th seed. So it doesn't matter if you're the 7th or 8th seed anymore, because you're still going to have to play. You don't qualify for the playoffs.
That's so insane.
I think it's stupid as hell.
Why the hell would they do that?
So a lot of people are like, oh, this gives the fans more games. Blah, blah, blah.
What the fuck? I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah,
they worked hard to get to the 8th seed. Now.
And someone
they have to
told
work
me,
harder?
My cousin told me, he said, well, you should have won more games. I was like, bro, there was a rule. It said that if I was like 8th or 7th, I should be good to go. Like, why should someone who's in 9th or 10th place, they're like, well, what if it's close? Like, what if Steph is in 9th place and then a team that we don't care about is in 8th place? I don't care. Steph, you should have won more games. You should have made the playoffs. Same argument.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Same argument.
I get it. I get why they're doing it, but I don't like it.
It's a money grab.
It's a money grab.
It's some stupid shit to do during COVID.
Because it's basically like another...
And I don't want to watch more basketball.
It's like another playoff.
Yes.
On its own.
And let me explain something to you. I don't want to watch the 9th and 10th seed play each other. That's not interesting to me.
No, it's not, because...
I don't want to watch Memphis play the Mavericks. Like, I don't care about that game. I'm not going to watch that game.
I don't think they thought about that.
I don't care about that game.
Yeah. I don't think people think that.
Well, I mean, they're still going to make money off of it regardless, but maybe not as much.
Maybe
But
not
I
as
don't
much.
care about that game.
That's so stupid.
It's like a wild card, but you already got in. Like, what the hell is that about? Like, what the hell? Like, I made it, bro. Why are we beefing? Like, why do I have to play more? So
I'm in the 8th. I have to fight to stay in the 8th?
So yes, if you are a 7th and 8th seed, you then play the 7th and 8th seed play against each other. The 8th and the 9th and 10th seed play against each other. Then whoever the winner is, one goes to the 8th seed,
8.
one goes to 7th. It's so stupid.
So that means you're only guaranteed a spot in the playoffs if you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, and another argument was like, okay, well,
shit.
but what if the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th seed all have the same record, but it's decided because this person won more division games than
Yeah.
Okay, they won more division games. They're in the playoffs. That's how this works. Like, I did my job. I got to 7th and 8th. Now, I get it. They're changing the rules. So now your job is to try and get to 6th, but it's stupid. It's a money grab. Anyone that thinks it's not a money grab is dumb. And Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA,
Who put this shit together?
I mean, it was the NBA, the commissioner and everybody, the leadership within the NBA. But the commissioner of the NBA is the best commissioner in sports,
Yeah.
right? So seeing something like this is shocking. You have a guy like Mark Cuban. This was unanimously voted on as like from the owners as something they want to do. Unanimously.
Everyone said we wanted to.
Everybody. Mark Cuban came out a couple weeks ago and said this was a mistake.
Really?
Yes. It's COVID, bro. You don't want more games. You want less games. It's like the All-Star game. Why the hell you have the All-Star game during COVID? Are you insane?
No, but is he saying that because of COVID or maybe next year he'll like it?
He's like, the players should not be playing more games. It's very simple.
Ah, okay. In terms of COVID.
No, in general, the players should not be playing more games. Like 82 game schedule plus all of this, plus the playoffs. You're going to kill these guys. And it's dumb. It's just objective. Like,
I mean, look, the chances of those 4 teams, 7, 8, 9, 10, going to the finals is like very slim.
It's just, that's why I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's always like, oh, bro, did you watch the game today? Oh, who was playing? Oh, it was the Magic against the Timberwolves. It was like, bro,
So let me tell you.
kiss my ass. I'm not watching that game.
On the East side, as of right now, 7, 8, 9, 10, in that order: Heat, Hornets, Pacers, Wizards.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want the shitty ass Wizards with garbage. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. My therapist told me.
But wait, on the other side, on the
other side is hotter.
Trailblazers, Grizzlies, Spurs, Warriors.
It's hotter.
That's nice.
But I don't care. Like, I just don't care. Like, Steph, if you don't make the playoffs, you missed it, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Clay's coming back next year. You'll figure it out. Like, I don't, I just don't like it, man. I think it's the stupidest shit in the world. I'm never going to.
It's just a change. It's a change of what we're used to for the past God knows how many years. But I'm not opposed to it. Like, I'm not opposed to it. I actually think it's interesting. Like, they just made like another little spicy little tournament on its own.
But my thing is the intention. It's not to be spicy. It's
of course they didn't do it for my pleasure.
And also, it's just like, for me, I feel like shit. If I made the 7th or 8th seed, I grinded my ass off to make the playoffs.
I have to grind again.
All these great players are going to these super teams. I'm not able to have good players. I basically have who I drafted. I drafted well. I built around them with some role player free agents. And you're telling me I got to 7th and 8th place, grinded my ass off, only to play more and not even make the playoffs? Because look, let's be honest, okay? Let's look at the Eastern Conference. 7th, the Heat, okay?
Yeah.
The Heat, I'm not really worried about. I think they're gonna bump up, whatever. I think the Hawks are probably gonna come down. But let's ignore the Heat. The Hornets, that entire team is young, other than Gordon Hayward. I drafted this team. I cultivated this team. We're working hard, and we're in 8th place. We deserve to do it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have on the other side, you have the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. They were both drafted by the Blazers. They were both built. They can't attract high free agents. They're in Portland, for God's sake. The Grizzlies. Do you know more than 3 players on the Grizzlies?
Nope.
Like, I know maybe 3. Like, or actually, I can name like 5, but like, that's just off a whim because I watched the game the other day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I get it.
John Morant, these guys like grinded to get here, and you're telling me that like I couldn't get the highest free agents, I couldn't get the best role players, I couldn't get the best coach, I just got whatever the hell I could get. Took what you guys gave me, what I was able to get, and made the playoffs, and you're telling me I have to play to get there now? Nah, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm not opposed and I'm not for it. Like, I'm indifferent.
It's just dumb. Like
It's dumb, but let's see how long it'll last.
It's an added step for no reason.
Do you think they'll go back or does not?
No. I don't know that they'll go back, but to me, it's just an added step for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like an added step. It's like getting in the passenger seat of your car and then getting out, then getting in the driver's seat before you drive.
Do you think it's for money, just strictly money?
I think it's money, and I think that, look, I'm a businessman. Okay. No, but for real, like,
I'm a businessman.
like I work in corporate America. I know how this shit works.
Yeah. I understand that.
It's, to them, they're saying, oh, it introduces a new level of competition, but it'll also do this. So I know how they're justifying it. It's going to make money. It's going to make money. It's another game to make money.
It's like playoffs.
It's
like the middle seeds.
And it's just stupid, dude. I just don't care. I don't care to watch it. I'm not going to watch it. I think it's stupid. If anyone that supports it, God bless you. I think it's dumb. I'm never going to support it.
All right.
So the last thing that we want to cover is...
Oh, can I tell you? What is it?
Is the thing that you told me. I don't know what it is.
I told you I want to talk about.
Yeah, you told me you want to talk about something, and you wouldn't tell me what it is, and I'm pretty sure you... I don't know what you're talking about.
So this is what I'm talking about. The other day I was flipping through Instagram, and I find a picture of this famous person. Okay, and on the bottom it says "How I Met Your Father." I was like, "What?" So I go in. How I Met Your Father.
Like How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, the show.
Okay,
but it didn't click.
Was it like just a cute caption or something?
I don't know. So I went in and I started reading, and I'm like, and it was like our new spin-off to How I Met Your Mother, How I Met Your Father.
Oh no!
And you know how Ted Mosby in How I Met Your Mother was the the person looking for the mom, and this one, guess who now it's the woman looking for the man. Guess who it is?
Nancy Pelosi.
Hillary Duff.
Lizzie
McGuire, bro.
Oh, dude.
I just don't know how that looks like.
It's tough for me to not support Lizzie McGuire.
So if you know,
so who's in this show?
I don't know anything about the show. All I know is that Hillary Duff is the person who's the Ted Mosby.
She's Ted Mosby.
She's Ted Mosby.
What is going on?
Yeah, but you know something? I was excited because I loved How I Met Your Mother.
I loved Him. I loved How I Met Your Mother. It was a good show to me.
Now look, when you do remakes, they're usually not good.
They're usually butthole.
They're usually crap. But this is Lizzie McGuire.
I love Hillary Duff.
This is Lizzie McGuire. I
love Hillary Duff. Like any of those like early Disney stars, I have a soft spot for.
Yeah, this actually might be funny because this is a different side. This is completely different. Now it's the girl side to find the guy. Okay. I'm glad they didn't do it with, like, this is what I'm happy about. I'm happy that they didn't do it
with the original characters.
Yeah. But like reverse, like the girl is looking for Ted.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy they did.
I'm happy they didn't do it that way.
And they aged, so like, but
exactly.
But the thing is, man, I don't know if they're going to be able to replicate. You want to do a series spotlight about How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, please! I love that.
Let's do it next week.
You want to do? All right, fine.
Let's do it next week.
I love Him.
Let's do a Him series spotlight, kind of like what we did Friends. Our favorite characters, episodes, seasons, whatever.
Yes.
I don't know if they're going to be able to replicate that magic.
It's really hard because something they don't have. I don't want to talk about.
No. I know they don't have it. Well, they might get it, but they don't have it yet.
They don't have it, or I don't know if they do. They don't have Barney.
They don't have Barney. So it's going to be interesting.
Unless there's another Barney out there.
My fear with spinoffs. Like, look, you had Full House and you had Fuller House.
They try to replicate.
Fuller House was some butt.
Yeah.
Like
they try to replicate.
Yeah, they do try and replicate. But so to me,
tell the story on your own.
It's very important that they have good writers in the room and all that, because this is the type of thing that can like ruin a show's legacy.
Yes.
It can. It absolutely can. Like if Space Jam 2 is like horrible.
I don't remember we talked about this. I don't like it.
Yeah, but if it's horrible, then the original Space Jam, people are gonna be like, Space Jam, it's dumb.
They have absolutely no information on this on IMDb except How I Met Your Father, star Hillary Duff. Done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like once you lock down Hillary Duff.
But look when it comes out. Like that's weird that they don't have shit about it. It starts this year.
But it's probably not like well-known actors. Like other than
Hillary Duff.
other than Hilary Duff, but like
Sophie. Her name is Sophie.
okay. So, but other than Barney in How I Met Your Mother, no one was like insanely famous before.
No, I didn't know anyone.
Yeah, it was just Barney.
Yeah.
Because he was Dougie Hauser.
Yes. Well, Hilary Duff is the executive producer too.
Oh, so it's gonna be Doodoo. Okay.
All right, we'll see.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm not confident that it's gonna be great. I'm gonna tune in.
I like the idea of it. It's interesting.
I don't.
You don't
necessarily.
I like it. I want to see.
Can I tell you like my honest truth?
What?
Actually, we'll save it for Series Spotlight.
The series Spotlight is about Himium.
No, I mean Himium.
Not him.
Himium was a very fragile balance. Okay? Mm-hmm. Very, very fragile balance. You take one character out of Himium, the whole show goes to shit.
Yes.
Like,
and this is interesting that they only have Hilary Duff's name on this.
like, in The Office, for example, or in like Friends, right? You could take out one of the characters for a whole, like, Phoebe, just take her out for a whole season. I won't even notice.
Yeah,
you know
maybe.
What I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you take out one of the other ones, they're so intertwined that it's just it's very fragile.
You're right.
You know,
it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see this. I just want to see one episode because this is what a lot of these like How I Met Your Father. These the cast, if they look at Himium to see how like they were acting and shit, and they try to replicate that,
it's gonna be terrible.
It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, they need to create their own story.
Just create your own shit.
Don't bring somebody to be Barney. Don't bring someone to be Marshall. Don't bring someone to be Lily.
Yes.
Like, it needs to be completely different. You have to have a completely different story. But you know, something that I noticed is that like
don't have a girl code. Like, just don't do that shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the bro code, the girl code. Like, you know, just don't replicate it. Yeah. Like, TV comedies have taken a very steep decline for me.
Really?
Yeah.
After
a certain year, like, because ever since with the introduction of like the streaming platforms doing their own like exclusive content, that shit has been the funny shit.
You mean like movies?
No, like even shows like
what's a funny show right now that's playing?
There's a lot. There's like Atlanta, but that's FX. Like so like I just think that they need to partner with like a streaming platform. In my opinion, like you need to partner with a streaming platform because these streaming platforms now know what they're doing in terms of delivering it. Like How I Met Your Father, I want all episodes in the season to come out on the same day.
Oh,
like I want shit like that. Like, I just want to be able to binge it, get it out of my system, because I'm going to watch it. I don't have any beef with it yet. I don't have enough information to have beef with it. I'm still riding hot off of the play-in tournament.
I think they're doing it though.
Yeah, I know.
But I think it's gonna be on Hulu.
I hope so. I hope it's associated with a streaming platform.
It is, because How I Met Your Mother's on Hulu. So hopefully.
Isn't it also on Netflix?
No.
What is How I Met Your Mother? What backs it? Is it Fox? Is it NBC?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Let's look that up, because I think that
will answer the question.
Yeah, that'll definitely answer the question.
It's like something like Paramount.
So it's Disney. On Hulu.
It is on
Hulu.
By the way, there's 10 episodes already for How I Met Your Father. Like, they didn't name them or anything, but it says 10 episodes. And it's going to be released in 2021.
Okay, so it's CBS. How I Met Your Mother is CBS.
CBS? What's that? I know what CBS is. I mean, what is it related? What is that? HBO?
The production company is 20th Century Fox.
Fox?
So Fox
Hulu
is Hulu. Yeah, so it's going to be Hulu.
It's going to be Hulu.
Okay, we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't have high expectations. I'm going to watch it.
You don't have high expectations. Yeah, I think they're going to kill it.
We'll see what happens. All right, well, I think that was a good episode.
Yes.
That was a good episode. I think we're good to go. We got another one next week. We're very tired. We're going to nap as soon as this is over. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for subscribing, following. We appreciate everything you do. Signing off.
See you.